Hello everyone, I'm back with the cold, by the way, so if my voice sounds different than usual in this video, that's why. Now, that is a new type of video. I decided to make this now because it's currently 2 in the morning and I just got woken up after being asleep for 3 hours. I'm living with a family member, I can tell you that much, and this family member cares so little about me. They literally won't even turn off their TV when I'm trying to sleep. And I'm not talking about, this could be just pettiness, me being like, but I can't sleep when there's a TV playing in the other room. We are staying in the same room. This apartment only has one room. Like, literally. There's no kitchen, there's like no separate kitchen. The only thing separate is the bathroom, which is where I'm hiding right now. There's nothing, no separate rooms. There's just this one big room that is kitchen and living room in one. And I've got a small corner in the living room on the floor where I can sleep. Well, if they let me. I feel like I'm kind of going insane, and I know that I cannot do anything against this person, so I chose to, vent here. I mean, I called the police on them quite often in the past because things escalated a lot. At certain points, I remember being kicked out and like in the middle of the night and having to sit downstairs in front of the house, or I remember them grabbing a knife in the middle of an argument we had, and while not directly threatening me with it because we were too far apart from each other, still holding up a knife while yelling at someone is definitely not going to make them feel safe. So I called the police, and then for some reason I was the one at fault, because apparently I was supposed to word it differently on the phone. Apparently the way I described the situation was wrong, which is why they thought something was actively happening. And yeah, they went upstairs and talked to this person, and when they came back down, I got reprimanded by the officers for telling them the wrong thing. And I was like, I just told them what happened. How should I have known that there's a difference between, between they are threatening me with a knife and they have a knife. Like, to me it means the same thing, because I felt threatened. If someone picks up a sharp object in the middle of an argument, a sharp object that they intended to keep, for example, in case there's an intruder, and you know that, they keep that always at their side, so they can immediately pull it out if there would be an intruder. If someone pulls out this sharp object when they're arguing with you, you would feel threatened, right? Well, anyway, so yeah, I'm getting out of here soon, hopefully. Soon being in almost 200 days. Next year. Now, the thing is, though, like, everyone keeps telling me, like, oh, just put up with it, it's not long anymore until you're out of there. And I mean, yes, but, like, in comparison to how long I've been here in total, I've been living here for, 3.5 years. That's kinda a lot. And I didn't even move into this place voluntarily to begin with. I just had nowhere else to go. And they took full advantage of that. Now you see, this family member I'm living with is not the healthiest physically. so they can't do a lot of things on their own. Like, they can't stand for a long time because they have issues with their lungs. So I'm often required to do a lot of things, but the way they go about telling me to do something, which is also part of the reason why I hate my real name. There are a lot of other reasons too, but this is like, I hate hearing it because I know it is immediately followed up by do this, do that, bring me this, and I'm like, when I'm not home, you can get up, go to the fridge, and get your ice cream yourself as well. Why do I have to get up now at like 3 a.m. just because I'm still awake, just because you don't turn off the TV? It's kind of messed up, right? Like, yes, I'm still awake at 3 a.m. because, well, I can't sleep when there's, again, this TV right next to me. I'm sleeping behind the TV on the floor, and there's the speakers right next to me. And do they bother keeping the volume down? No. So I'm staying awake, and them just yelling my name and ordering me to get them something. Why can't you get it on your own? And it's not even just that. Like, this person, for some reason, often just calls for me for no reason. Literally no other reason than to check if I'm already asleep. Who does that? Who called someone just to check, oh, okay, you're awake. I was wondering, maybe you were asleep. Like, why? And I keep saying, if I was asleep, then you would have woken me up just now by repeatedly calling out my name until I answer. This is, by the way, this is not like the only time this happens, right? I'm sitting here, I've slept for 3 hours, so I'm gonna have to probably wait 3 more until I can go back to sleep, if that's even the case. And like, it's not always like that. There are also just situations where I can't sleep at all because they, for some weird reason, decide to pull an all-nighter because, I don't know, maybe in the maybe during like daytime when I wasn't here, they fell asleep in front of the TV and therefore they're wide awake now. And I have to suffer from it. Just because they decide they want to stay up the entire night, I have to stay up the entire night as well. And that's not even the tip, that's just the tip of the iceberg. That's not even like the real issue here. Because it's not, I know I sound like really, I sound like I really have some petty problem with that TV, but really it's just so noisy. It is running almost 24/7. The only time it's not on is when they're asleep. So the only time when I get some time to myself and some time to just hear nothing is when they're asleep. And most of the time, it's not only the TV that just keeps on increasing in volume for some reason, it's also that they're just sitting there. You know, you need to imagine a person sitting on the couch watching TV, apparently, and then pulling out their phone and watching like TikTok on their phone simultaneously, both at an insane volume. Like, who does that? If I want to watch something on my phone, I would mute the TV or like pause the show I'm watching on YouTube. Who would do like both at the same time? Just, you know, and turning up their phone volume to over, what is it called? To like be louder than the TV's volume so they understand something. That's not how it works. Like, you don't just turn the volume up of like the device just because there's another device playing in the background. It's not like you can, I don't know, change the volume of a TV, right? It's mind-blowing. I know, I just came up with like a real cool life hack here. You can just change the volume manually. Yeah, I guess you can kind of hear I'm going a little bit insane. There were legit moments where I actually lost my mind because of this happening, where I actually was like awake until 8 a.m. and I was just barely holding on to like being awake, being conscious, and they refused to go to sleep. And then I was like trying, was sitting up, and I was like trying to keep myself awake, and then they'd be like, "Good morning." I'd be like, "What do you mean good morning? I didn't sleep." "Oh, so now it's my problem?" "Well, yes, you didn't let me sleep." And then they start arguing. They start being like, "How is it my fault? I can't sleep as well. I'm sick. You're healthy. How can you expect me to feel sorry for you?" What? I literally had this happen like, I don't know, maybe 2 months ago or something. And I had an entire like mental breakdown, which I usually avoid. If I can avoid it, I avoid having like some sort of being in mental distress in front of my family, because I know they will look at me as if I'm like, I don't know, some otherworldly being, and they will ridicule me for it. And I completely broke down. And I sat there. I was like shaking. I was panicking. And I just screamed and pulled at my hair and like tried hitting my hair on my head, not my hair. What? I tried hitting my head on like the shelf next to me. Not shelf, the drawer basically. And I just wanted to like I just wanted to escape the situation, and I couldn't. I felt trapped. And you need to, obviously, it's kind of like, it's scary just seeing someone descend into madness. But you need to imagine you're like someone you're related to is sitting there looking like they're about to pass out from exhaustion, gripping their hair, screaming in like panic, agony, I don't know, and trying to hit their head on a surface as like until it bleeds. What would your reaction be? Would it be panic? Would it be shock? Would it be worry? Like any of those? Probably, right? Their reaction was to tell me, what the I can't swear. What the hell is wrong with you? Why are you acting like this? You're killing me. Honestly, I did not listen to them like at all. It went in one ear and out the other. But this is their tactic for like every unpleasant situation that apparently I'm causing. They keep saying I am actively contributing to their death, basically, because lung disease and stuff. And they just go like, "No, I can't breathe because you're having a breakdown. You're doing this on purpose because you want to get rid of me." I'm not saying that the whole "I can't breathe because you're acting like this" is fake. Like I don't have this disease. I don't know what it causes, so I'm not saying this is fake. Just the way it's like the way they word it, the way they say, "You are doing this on purpose to get rid of me because you never loved me." Yeah, how can I love someone who was not there for the first, I don't know, like almost 20 years of my life, and always tried to buy my love with money or whatever, and then just appears and pretends to be some like savior by taking me in, and then proceeds to treat me like their slave. And now I know I've opened a very what is the word called? I've just opened a very controversial topic here because I used the word slave. Well, it does feel like it sometimes. And I'm not I'm not saying this, I don't want to get canceled or anything. I'm not saying this to like invalidate anyone else's experience who really was like in this kind of relationship to someone, but it just really does feel like I'm just an object to be owned at some points. I mean, I say it jokingly, but I actually I mean it when I say to people, I'm basically this person's maid. I'm not getting paid for anything, and then they try telling me like, oh yeah, but you get enough already. I'm paying for your food when you spend all your money by like the middle of the month. And I'm like, yeah, thanks for not letting me starve. Like, I mean, I know there's like there's a line between what is a family member's responsibility and what is just you having issues and them being generous. I personally, I know it's bad that I spend all my money, but that's a direct result from them treating me like garbage. Because them treating me like this only like fuels my urge to buy things and spend on things to get a temporary to get a temporary like happiness, a temporary feeling of, oh, my life is great. I go and spend stuff on gacha games, I go and spend stuff on like manga or something, or merchandise, and for the moment I feel like, hey, I just have a great life like everyone else, like those people I see, I don't know, online who have like their entire shelf full of their favorite of merchandise from their favorite show or something. It's an illusion. I'm buying an illusion. And I actively have to like go out. I mean, I'm kind of like the person who has to at least go for a little walk every day anyway, but I leave the house every day. When I like wake up, I get ready, leave the house, and I stay outside for as long as possible. And you know, when you want to stay outside, you have to have something to do, especially when it's getting colder. You can't just walk around the city the entire day. So I go like to stores, like I go to shops and like buy something to drink so I can sit there for a few hours and just, I don't know, just unwind, just be on my phone or listen to music or draw something without being interrupted or being disturbed. And they even like use this as an argument, like in every fight we have basically, but we'll get to that. So obviously I'm not good with money because I have to somehow always like find something, either a reason to stay at a cafe, for example, so I can have some peace of mind, which then costs me like, I don't know, €5 because I need to buy something so I can sit there. Or like I just need to spend as much time outside as possible. And obviously I see something, I immediately buy it. I don't think about it. Can I afford this? No, I just buy it because I'm trying to chase that temporary feeling of like fulfillment. So yeah, I know I have a spending problem, but like it is directly related to my current situation. And then let's say I spend all my money by like, I don't know, the 50th or something, like 15th, not 50th, there's no 50th day in a month. Like by the middle like of the month, let's say I've spent everything. And then they pretend to be also generous and again pretend to be the savior by handing me €5 notes every day. I know that's like a lot if you calculate everything, like if you sum it all up, it is like €35 a week. That's not it's not, I mean, it's not much, but it's also not a small amount of money. But I'm getting this in €5 notes every day. What food can you possibly, like what meal can you possibly put together with that money? I just have to get like two different types of vegetables to spend all of that. And I go out to the store and I'm like, yeah, okay, I would like to, I don't know, make this dish, but I'm lacking the money to buy the necessary ingredients. Because I'm the kind of person who, like, for some reason never has ingredients at home. Like, I don't have, like, noodles, rice and stuff, all those, like, staple foods. I don't have them. I constantly run out of everything. So I'm kind of forced to just see which cup noodles are the cheapest and just buy as many cups as I can with that money to somehow like have some dinner in the evening every day. And then they keep complaining that they're giving me so much money and all I buy is junk food. Not only that, they actually like keep making fun of me for eating. Like I'm not joking. I could go to the kitchen. By the way, going to the kitchen here is just really uncomfortable because they keep staring at my backside for some reason, and it's just I just think it's creepy. I go to the kitchen to like make food or get food or whatever and bring it back to where I'm sleeping. And they just start to not laugh but like to chuckle and be like, what you eating today? And I'm like, well, the same as usual. And they just keep on like chuckling to themselves even more, being like, alright, same as always, huh? Yeah. Do you eat anything else? No? You know that's not healthy, right? Yeah, I know, but I can't afford anything else. Right. Maybe you should be a little bit more like your mother. She has a great diet. If you know, you could look like her as well if you were eating more like her. And less like this. And then they proceed to fat shame me. I'm not making this up. Like, it's literally, I couldn't even make this up. It kind of just, I have no words. I have no words for that. Okay, I'm sorry. I held that in for 22 minutes. I couldn't anymore. So, yeah. So that's already, well, a great start, right? And now to the current situation. I'm sitting here. I am aware that depriving someone of sleep is literally torture. Can I do anything against it? No. I have no, like, legal grounds to do anything here. I can't just call the police and be like, this person is emotionally abusing me by not letting me sleep. I won't, like, it won't get me anywhere. Like, so I'm basically stuck here. I'm stuck sitting here with a terrible diet, a terrible environment, someone who constantly keeps, like, being very rude to me and just very like what is the word, like derogatory, just basically keeps telling me I'm like worthless and I should be thankful to them for taking me in. Like, I would be if they weren't treating me like this. And who would, like, if they could, who would like send me like to the supermarket for them 4 times a day, which sometimes they actually do every time. Oh my god, every time I leave the house, every time I attempt to leave the house, I have to tell them where I'm going. I'm 21. I'm almost 22. I'm turning 22 next March. I still need to always... it's not because they're concerned. It's just because they're controlling. They see me getting ready. They see me putting on my jacket. They're like, where are you going? I'm like, outside. Where? Are you meeting up with your mother? Where are you going? What are you doing? are you going to the grocery store? You need to get me something. I don't have any food. I'm starving. When, by the way, the cabinets are full of stuff. I don't have anything to eat. You need to get me something. Here, I'm giving you money. You need to get me something. Oh, by the way, you still owe me 80 euros for the phone bill this month. I know you don't have much anymore. Like I know you just have 100 left, but I need my 80 euros now. And you need to bring me 10 different items. And I'm like, I just wanted to go for a walk. I'm not planning on going to the supermarket now. I just wanted to get some fresh air. And they immediately act as if I just betrayed them. They're like, all right, then I want my money. I'm gonna send someone else. If I even find anyone. If I even find anyone who cares. I know you don't care about me. Yeah, just let me starve here. I know you don't care. And I'm just like, I just don't wanna go to the supermarket right now. I just want to take a walk. Like, it's so bad. They rope my friends into this as well. Like, I'm having a friend over and spending time with them, and I'm bringing them home for a short moment to, I don't know, get something, go to the bathroom, whatever. We've been going through my stuff a lot recently because I'm trying to throw some things out, so I have, first of all, have more space, and also because I need to move quite a far distance, so I'm trying to get rid of as much unnecessary belongings as possible. So I bring them over to go through my stuff together to see if they want any of my old belongings, if they are interested in anything. And literally, this person just, like, the moment we started to, you know, get ready to leave again, this person's like, oh, by the way, can you bring me something right now, because I need this. No, you can't go to this place right now because I need this specific item right now. It can't wait. And I'm like, we wanted to go to a cafe. No, but I need my ice cream right now. And my friend, I feel sorry for my friend having to like stand there and first of all listen to this, and then proceed to buy this person's item that they wanted, or multiple items sometimes, and bring it back home until we can actually go and do our thing. Or sometimes, honestly, sometimes I'm just thinking like, what the heck? Because because like I'm having my friend over, or I'm on the phone with a friend, and they just start holding like an entire speech about like, yeah, you know, I know you're difficult. I've seen it, but we're living here together. We need to make an effort to get along. I don't want to argue with you, but you just keep arguing with me. It's not about the money. I'm gonna give you as much money as you want. I just want to live in peace, but you're not even giving me that. I have to spend my last days being stressed out because of you. Because you are so selfish, you only think about yourself, and poor me is dying here, but you don't even give a damn about it. And I know you never loved me, and it's fine, I've made peace with it. But at least let me die peacefully. And I've been hearing this same thing for years. Like, at least once a month. Usually followed by a lengthy explanation of how I'm just causing them trouble and how useless I am, and often we also get into like stuff like, for example, when I'm saying, I don't know, I'm talking about something, because they are constantly trying to figure out, like, to find out what I'm doing with my life the entire time. So sometimes I just end up, because I don't want to be interrogated like that, and also I know if I don't answer, I just basically get like a very uncomfortable atmosphere here, because they're gonna be mad at me for not telling them, for example, what I did. So I tell them like, oh yeah, I went to to this place, I went to, I don't know, meet up with a friend or something. And then they always try to, like, they always pick up some little detail that they can use to compare me to someone else. If I'm saying I went to visit a friend at work, they proceed to tell me how, like, I remember a time when when this person actually told me that my friend wasn't really my friend and just didn't know how to politely tell me to go away, and this is why they're keeping up with me, which is really doing a great job at fueling my trust issues. And basically they told me like I should not visit my friend anymore because I'm just making them uncomfortable with my presence. And nowadays they kind of deviated from that path, but now they just constantly compare me to everyone. Let it be my friend, let it be my mother, let it be who knows, anyone. And they're like, yeah, you know how this person has like a job and they have their own income, and look, they have a stable life. Why don't you get a job? They know I've tried to get a job. I've done like all the, I don't know what it's called, like this psychological evaluation. I was actually declared unable to work because of my mental state. And with this, imagine me getting a job. I have to be there, I don't know, at 8 a.m. tomorrow. And this is me right now at 3 a.m. sitting here, not being able to sleep, not being allowed to sleep. You think I can show up to work at 8 in the morning the next day? And now you could say, okay, then just get a job that only has gives you like late shifts, like at, I don't know, 3 p.m. or something. Same issue. Then I have to stay up an entire night, and I'm just sitting here like, I don't know, waiting to go to work, and I'm gonna pass out at work because I didn't sleep last night. Like all that stuff. With this situation happening here, with my mental state and this environment, I can't even handle being alive. How should I handle having responsibilities like this? But no, they just keep on pestering me like, oh yeah, but if you got a job, but no, you're not even willing to contribute to society. What even are you capable of doing? You're just useless. You're not doing anything, like you're not doing anyone a favor by existing. And then there's also moments when they just blatantly tell me they wish my mother would have had an abortion. Yeah. I could go into much more detail here about how this affects my mental state, but I think this is already pretty long, and I think you can imagine, right? If this was happening to you, I think you would feel a similar way to how I'm feeling. And I know I'm hopefully getting out of here in like 6 months, approximately. But still, knowing I have to spend an entire half year, knowing I have to spend another 6 months here under those circumstances, in winter nonetheless, which means like when they kick me out at night, I'm gonna freeze. And having like limited options to spend my time like somewhere out of the house without having to spend on something, that's definitely gonna be difficult. Anyway, I'm gonna end this here, and thank you for listening. I honestly didn't know if I was allowed to vent anywhere. And I hopefully see you soon, or like see you again someday. Bye bye. Love you guys.